Hi, so time for the next episode. So this is going to continue on the thought of reinvention. Now I know none of us really wanted to reinvent because we'd rather everything be just the way it was. So it's not. It's unfortunate. It's wildly unfortunate. In so many ways, I wish I wake up from this dream and Melissa's next to me and life goes on in the same trajectory it was going before, because I was really happy about that. I love her more than I love myself. And yeah, so I can't change that. And since I can't change it, I need to do something about it. I don't want to hold on to the things around me and keep them exactly the way they were, when the only thing that's changed would be that Melissa's gone, because if anything, that would just drive me crazy, because knowing that it would just make it even more obvious that she's not around. So again, that's me. The whole idea of it's painful, but when you are going through it, it goes through at different speeds. In the very beginning, this seems impossible. Like, how there's just no way that we're going to survive. There's just no way that I'm going to get this anxiety out of my head, or out of my bones, out of everything. And that was it. Time went on. I could breathe again. I could smile. I could laugh. It was amazing. I didn't see it coming, but still nothing's the same. I still don't have steady work. I still can't find an apartment in Paris. I've had the person who I hired to look for me, to help me look, because that's what she does. She's put in 500 applications, and I've gotten a chance to look at 4. And and they didn't meet my criteria. As if they met my criteria, it didn't mean I was going to get them anyway. It just meant I had an opportunity. So this isn't a real estate video. On the reinvention thing, so I just have to do it. I would think it's something like the idea that at one point I was a feral animal, and then I was taken in and domesticated. I really enjoyed that. I didn't have to fight the cold. I didn't have to fight all those things. I'll keep the metaphor right there. But then one day, after 24 years of happiness and living in a nice warm place, a nice warm cage of my own making, then I woke up one day, and not just that the door was left open, I had a choice whether to go out or not. The cage was gone, and not only was the cage gone, I wasn't even in a neighborhood that I recognized. So now it's a matter I have to integrate. Like, if you choose not to, anyway, you can make that choice, but one way or another, it's forced upon us, because the linchpin of what made our lives what they were at that point, it's gone. And so the choice isn't ours. Just like Viktor Frankl, the author of Man's Search for Meaning, and a Austrian psychiatrist who was in the concentration camps in World War II. He survived. He wrote that book, which was, I think at this point, at least at the point where my copy was made, like 11 million copies, I think, in English alone. And so his point, which is again a further distilled point from the Stoics, was we can't control what happens to us. We can't control the circumstances. All we can control is how we react to it. And that's easier said than done. I get it, because in the beginning, all I could do was curl in a ball and just cry and wish everything was the way it was, and that what I was going through wasn't. And none of that was helping. So I have a whiteboard in my office. It was our office, and we constantly use it for ideas. And so I think it might have been the day after, or the second day, probably the day that I started making these videos, 2 days after Melissa passed away. I wrote on the board, paraphrase that quote: "We can't control what happens to us, only how we respond to it." And it didn't help in the beginning. I rolled it around in my head. I said it out loud. I said it in the shower. I said it to myself. I said it in the bed. And I couldn't control the way I was reacting to it. It just seemed like the only way to react to it is to cry, to feel weak, to feel helpless and hopeless. And that life was going to crush me, and that there's no way I could survive this. And then time went on, and here I am. I'm hoping at the latter end of the survival stage, and moving into a stage that'll start showing me how to thrive. But I'll tell you that just merely surviving is just a pain in the ass. It's exhausting. It's natural. It's what we do. We all survive. But if that's all you've got, that's pulling on primal instincts. That's got your cortisol up. That's got your stress responses. You're just in a constant state of hyper awareness. And you think that everything is trying to kill you. So that's just not a good way to live. And it's all I had. It's all most of us have. I think in the beginning, that's all you can imagine it will ever be, but it's not. Thank God it's not. And it comes to a point where once you can start thinking again and start breathing better and looking out past just your shoes and looking more than a second in the future, and take as long as you need. Again, I'm not telling anybody what speed to move at. We all move at our own speed. I'm moving way too fast for some and not nearly fast enough for others, and it doesn't matter to me because I'm me, and I'm going to do this how I can do it. And I encourage everybody to remember that, to take it at whatever speed. If suddenly it just seems you're going too fast, slow down. Give yourself some grace. It's not a race. There's no timeline. You matter. You matter. So you have to get through this. No one's living your life for you. You have to. So once you get to the point when you can start looking forward, and then you're smiling again, the things that make me smile not long ago used to make me cry. Like pictures of Melissa. I think I run across videos of her. I'm a photographer. She was a photographer, among other things. We had reinvented ourselves multiple times in our lives, just even our time together. But that was together, and reinvention was just fun and challenging, and it was a journey. But it was a journey we took together. Now it's me on my own to get out in the wild. But I intend to make it as good as I can. I mentioned, I think, in the last video that I'm going to go nomad for probably a year, maybe less, maybe longer, however long it takes. Find myself, figure out how to make money. Oddly, I can do this and spend less money than I am just paying my rent, because I'm in too big a place for only one person. It was great when I had a wife and my kids would visit. I needed an office. I don't need any of that anymore. So now it's just money that I could be living on, and while I figure it out. So I'll slow the bleed and start living some adventure, which is actually kind of exciting at this point. It's scary as hell, but it's also really exciting when I stop to think about it. How lucky I am to be alive. How grateful I am to be alive. And it's an adventure. Not what I chose to be on 8.5 months ago. Even 7, 6, 5. But it's one I'm on now, and I'm looking forward to it. It's nice to look forward to something. It's good to be scared of something, at least that's going to have the potential to make your life better, versus just being scared of something that's already happened and looking at it to a future that was good. You're just creating that hasn't happened. Such like my good future hasn't happened yet, but either has my tragic one. So since neither of them happened, I'm going to aim toward making the good one happen. That said, another piece of reinvention, which is, I think, possibly one of the scarier points, is I downloaded one of those dating apps. Yeah, I'm not looking to replace Melissa. Right now I'm just trying to learn how to be social again. I have friends all over the world, but they're all over the world. They're not here. My French still sucks because I'm not doing a great job of getting out there and doing whatever it takes. Again, inherently I'm shy. I mean, I can fake it. I can do these videos. I can walk into a room. I can start just randomly talking to people. But when there's anything that, I don't know, involves me meeting a woman that's not just like a business thing or a friend thing or something like that, and I get nervous. I clam up. It's awful, but it's who I am, and I'm aware of that. And I don't want to be alone. At the very worst, I want friends. Like, I'm not looking to jump from relationship to relationship. I'm not even necessarily, I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just open. Like, I'm open to career opportunities that'll pop up. I'm open to interesting experiences that are going to happen as I'm traveling. Like, just the way I have been my whole life. Now, I'm open to something that I wasn't open to for 24 years, the whole time I was with Melissa. I just never thought I would need this. Melissa and I used to talk about how awful it must be to be out there having to date, not just at our age, but just even for the kids. The kids don't know any better and they have fun. It's a fun thing. I remember that. Now it's a scary thing. I'm 58 years old. I haven't been with anybody who wasn't my wife in 24 years. Not 22 years. She wasn't my wife for the first 2 years. But including those, that was it. I was very, very happy. And the older I got, the more happier I got. I'm just ecstatic that I didn't have to go do that anymore. But it's the times, and I just need to, again, trust fate to a point. Again, I got to give it some direction here and there, but be open to it. Take the opportunities that come, but to use the old phrase from, I think it was in the 1980s, for the New York City Lottery, the New York State Lottery, whichever, the New York State Lottery. Anyway, it was, you got to be in it to win it. So I've got to re-engage and join back into life. This version of life, this version that I thought I was immune from, that I wouldn't have to partake in, but I do. And everything I say on these videos is for me. Like, I'm not telling anybody how to do anything. I'm happy to be the guinea pig. Like, I'll just jump in the fire and what happens, happens. And when I share, if anything seems to be something that you want to try yourself, if it didn't hurt me, then cool. If it did hurt me, I'm going to let you know. You'll see it in real time. But there's nothing to be gained if I'm not completely honest in this. And yeah, so it helps me, and hopefully it helps you. So that's it for this episode. Let's see. I have no idea what next week's is going to be, because these happen as they happen. So, all right, take care, and remember that. Again, I feel that life might not be fair, but it is beautiful. So let's get out there and live it. But at your own speed. Be careful. Not just be careful, but take care.